Hey everyone, we are just weeks away from Thanksgiving, and for us it really officially kicks off the holiday season, beginning of November. Today I want to talk to you about my 5 things that I do personally. This is me. If you want to list your things below, I'd love to hear it. But these are my 5 things that I have found to help me stay sane and to stay caught up on everything going on during the super busy holiday season. Number 1 is laying clothes out. In one of our much older videos, like towards the beginning of us starting this channel, we talked about how we made these tags for our kids' clothes years ago. We started it with our firstborn like not long after she was born. And we do this, and when we stay caught up on it, it's 2 weeks in advance. I say when we stay caught up because honestly there are times that we fall behind on it, but that's the beauty of doing 2 weeks in advance. Is if like we take a couple days where we are trying to get caught up in things, sometimes we end up needing to just have clothes laid out anyways the week after we're done, or like, you know what I mean? Like, so like if I forget for 3 days and we still have 7 days worth of clothes laid out, at least we still have those 7 days worth of clothes laid out. So that's why we do 2 weeks at a time. But what this allows us to do is I have a calendar in my kids' room, and I have a calendar on my phone that I will lay out clothes and tag their clothes for, like Wednesday was an at-home day, but Wednesday night is going out, and then I have their going out clothes for that evening laid out right here. Then for Thursday, and then for shopping days. And then I can also look at the calendar and say, oh hey, our church schedule moves to Mondays through the month of November, which I think is super awesome, because then you don't have to stress about like holidays and church schedule for the week of week of Thanksgiving. So I love that. And it's all like right together Sunday, Monday. So like I know to move our Wednesday night clothes to Mondays, and that Rebecca doesn't need her Wednesday night uniform shirt and all that. So, like, not uniform, but like, it's, anyways. So I know to move all that, and I know like, okay, on this day we're going shopping, this day we're going on adventure. And this helps to keep everybody scheduled out in advance. We don't have to worry about last minute, oh hey, I wanted this shirt for this specific event that we're going to today, but it's in the laundry. Because I'll know laying out 2 weeks in advance, oh, if this shirt's in the laundry, I need it out of there pronto to get it hung up with a tag on it, to know when we're going to do it. And also, I forget to mention it sometimes, the way that we know that we're doing 2 weeks in advance is that we have, like this has a Wednesday with a 2 on it, but if you go further back, like right here, this is a Tuesday with no number on it. So 1 week's worth will have little 2s in the top corner, and then the other weeks have no number in the top of them. And what I do is every year when they have a new calendar, I will alternate, like this week will have no number, this week will have 2s, this week will have no number, and I'll go all the way through it. And honestly, taking the 10 minutes it takes to go through an entire year and do that is so worth it, because again, I can lay out and have things laid out in advance and make sure everybody has what they want to wear for that special day. Number 2 is having a cleaning schedule. This is actually my teenager's chore chart that she has. It's in her binder for her schoolwork, for her extra papers and things, her compass is in here. It also gives her, like, she actually doesn't have history this year, this is an older one, but like it gives a list of like subjects she needs to complete each day, and then it has like what she has to do in her room, the extra things that she has to do, her jobs with the dog, and then like her dishes schedule, because we all take turns with the dishes. And they try to get like some of the core things that they can all do, but then like some of the stuff like the non-stick pans and some of the more breakable things, Matt and I personally hand wash those, and then like the pieces too, like the air fryers, things like that. But like for like lunch dishes, if we're having like egg salad like we did today, she can put the bowl from the egg salad in the dishwasher whenever we finish, and she can help me to remind anybody else that leaves their dishes out to put them in the dishwasher. So stuff like that. But also, like for me, I have a list like this. I keep it in my planner. I don't show my planner a lot because it has personal and business mixed in together, because that's kind of my personal style. But like for every day in November, we're going to be kicking back off our holiday clean with me videos every Monday for the month of November. And what I do is for each day, I'll start back at, like, I'm starting back at Thanksgiving. I'm actually starting it today. Starting back at Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving, I have clean, just clean. Everything's going to be tidied up, completely clean the day before Thanksgiving. I'm taking a day off school. We're going to just focus on that. But then like the Tuesday before, I may put like bathrooms need scrubbed down, like a thorough scrub. Of course, I'll wipe them down like before guests come over if we're hosting on Thanksgiving. That's kind of in the air right now. That would give me time to like scrub down the bathrooms and get them really nice and squeaky clean before people come over. And then like the Monday before, I might put like mop the living room and just focus on that. So like I schedule out mine as well the kids have their own chore charts to know what to do each day, and as an incentive, whenever they finish their chore charts, they get either, I can't remember, sometimes I get it backwards, when they finish their school, they get to watch something on Disney Plus or Netflix or YouTube Kids. And then when they finish their school, they get their Switches. I might have that backwards. But like, they get an incentive, and it helps them to like stay caught up on their chores, and helps everybody else when we all work together to get it finished. Number 3 is our meal plan. You can hear my washer in the background. Number 3 is our meal plan. If you want to see where we purchased these 3 magnets right here, this one's more like a blank one for us to use for writing things down. This is our month at a glance, and then this is our weekly planner. I actually recently did a video on how we do our meal planning and all that, so I will link that up here, so I won't elaborate on a lot. But also, like, if you want a meal calendar like this, I love this because I can write down like list of things that I need, recipes and things I need to jot down really quick. Month at a glance writes down all the dinners so that I don't do a lot of repeat dinners. We're fun repeating breakfast and lunches, but dinners kind of gets old. So this allows me to see all the dinners in a glance, and this allows me to see the whole week at a glance and divide up everybody's individual needs for breakfast and lunches. But again, check out that video up here for how we do our meal plan. Number 4 is to make lists to share. What Matt and I personally do that has worked for us. Matt works a 9 to 5. It's not actually 9 to 5, but it's, you know what I mean. It's a 9 to 5 style job, Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturdays. I think he actually is working this Saturday. But he works a 9 to 5 job. So for him, I'm home almost all the time when we're not traveling. I can write stuff down, but then sometimes like I may forget to tell him. So what we found works for us is we have shared docs that we will share with each other. So like at the holidays, when we start purchasing gifts for the kids, we make a list of who purchased what, how much we've spent. Sometimes I don't do the whole like do equal amounts of spending for each child, because sometimes like this child may want something that's super cheap, but like it's the thing that they want, and this child may want something that it's not. It's a little bit more than what the other kids got, but that's exactly what they want, and that's the only way to get it is at that cost. So it's not always like fair spending. So sometimes we'll write down the cost and sometimes we won't. Sometimes we'll just make it like equal numbers of packages open, and our kids don't care. They just want everybody to be happy. So they don't care. So like, well, sometimes we'll do the budget and sometimes we won't. And sometimes we'll put like a do not spend over this budget. And then, you know, that helps too. Another thing that we do a list for is, as I purchase the Thanksgiving food, he will take the meal ideas and punch them into a timesheet of what time we need to start each thing and have done by the set time that we've told our guests for Thanksgiving. So we like to use those shared sheets to keep up with everything. Another idea for like my kids is my high schooler is doing PE credits this year, and we have to keep a sheet of what she did, how long she did it, where she did it, all of that to turn into her umbrella school at the end of the year. So that's another one, like she and I share a digital sheet of all of that information. So consider like having those digital sheet options to be able to use to share information that you may forget, because it's holiday season. We're all prone to forget. But that way, having something written down or typed out helps us to say, okay, here's our goal, here's what we're doing, and here's where we are today. Number 5 is so super important, and I love that I'm standing under this while I say it. This is always here when I'm filming, in case you just see the edge of it and only see the C.S. Lewis. It's actually the quote from Voyage of the Dawn Treader to Lucy whenever it's like one of the scariest scenes in the book. Take time for yourself every day. That may be you get up 5 minutes earlier than everybody else and have a cup of coffee by yourself and scroll Facebook. That may be your thing. Some people say don't tell moms that taking showers is their personal time. Sometimes for me, honestly, if it's been a super busy day and I'm one of those people like, sometimes having a hot shower by myself is like the most comforting thing for me. So for me, sometimes it is like at the end of a super busy day, I'm gonna go take a hot shower and want 5 minutes and don't want anybody knocking on the walls, asking me anything. Just leave me alone and let me go take a shower. Sometimes it's I need to actually leave the house by myself, go spend time with friends, get a coffee, and do that. Sometimes it's I need to go sit by myself 5-10 minutes and just go and read. Do whatever you need to do to take that time. It may be 5 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Prioritize that time for yourself during this super busy holiday time. And I promise it'll make such a huge difference. So those are my 5 tips that I personally use to stay organized during the holiday season. I did mention, like, bonus thing, I did mention, like, I have a planner this year. My secret sister at church purchased me one. I just today purchased new Christmas stickers for it, just because I like, if I put those stickers in, it just kind of like, it's not like as much stress of you gotta do this. It's kind of like almost fun of, ooh, put this sticker in and hey, look at this thing I get to do. So that's kind of like the fun thing for me. So like, you know, bonus, I do keep a planner and try to keep a lot of things written down. I have one side for work, one side for personal. But in the comments below, what do you do to stay organized every single year? Let me know. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget that all the super thanks, except for grocery hauls, don't forget that all of our super thanks is, we're just trying to save all of that up, and our goal is to take our kids on a safari. Like, it's our kids' bucket list thing. It's my bucket list thing. We just really want to take our kids on a safari. It does not have to be like a safari outside the US. We just want to be able to have an experience of like a safari style thing. So that's our bucket list thing, and that's what all of our super thanks money goes towards. So if you drop a super thanks comment below and do a donation, that's where all of that money goes. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Whether you can give super thanks or not, just watching our videos and giving those positive comments is such a huge impact for us. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.